Hey guys, OGalbina here, bringing you guys our BBR Summer Scramble Game 2 of our pool against GhostrickLeo and his Revolution, or Revolution. I really like his logo, really nice guy from what I've seen. I don't think he uploads, but if he does, I'll go ahead and drop in the description below. But we got a pretty interesting game ahead of us. We're going to do a quick little team builder just so you can see what we're bringing while we're bringing it, so you have the background knowledge and context going into the battle. If you want to skip ahead to the battle, there's time here on the screen and in the description below. If you're new, drop a sub. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like. And let's go ahead and jump on into it. So our team, if you did forget, is at the top of the screen. It consists of Tornty, Garchomp, Manaphy, Klefki, Vikavolt, Terra Lycanroc, Skuntank, and Dunsparce, while our opponent's team is at the bottom of the screen. It consists of Kingambit, Chi-Yu, which can Terra, Slowking, Ursaluna, Serena, Noivern, Weezingale, and Dusk Noir. Now, pretty interesting squad there. He has like the mistake tiering Kingambit where I accidentally forgot to move in points even though this is free Terra. So he has 12-point free Terra Kingambit, but didn't elect to Terra it. So thankfully for me, now Kingambit in general is very, very difficult for my team to deal with. I don't have conventional defensive counterplay to it in this 8-mon matchup, so it's still very scary. Chi-Yu is always going to be a big threat. I don't have great counterplay to it, but I do have great ways of revenging it. And I do have, pretty much a lot of Pokemon that can live one hit, if that makes any sense. Slowking is going to be a really solid check to things like Manaphy, as well as Tornadus, and it's going to be a very solid Trick Room setter for that Ursaluna, which is a big, big issue. Again, do not have defensive, conventional defensive counterplay to it, so we're going to have to be very careful. Last 4 mons, I'm not particularly worried about. I actually feel like I deal with them well, but those top 4 are big, big nuisance. Let's start off with our first mon here, which is going to be Garchomp. We are Earthquake, Dragon Tail, Endure, Spikes with Rocky Helmet, Rough Skin, 180 HP, 80 to attack, 4 defense, and 240 speed with a Jolly Nature. We're still decently fast because we want to outspeed things like Chi-Yu and rock them with an Earthquake if they're not going to be a Scarf variant or if we can knock them off. But this thing with Rocky Helmet and Endure and Rough Skin and Spikes is here to rack up passive damage on things like Kingambit, and on things like Headlong Rusher, Facade, or Ursaluna. If those things do want to make contact, I will live one hit from either of them. Unless Ursaluna wants to catch me with an Ice Punch, then I am getting rocked. But other than that, that has to be on the switch in. So they'll take that first initial turn of Rough Skin, Rocky Helmet. Then I can Endure, Rough Skin, Rocky Helmet. Then I can Spike, Rough Skin, Rocky Helmet. Those Pokemon are basically dead, especially Ursaluna. There's going to be Flame Orb. I can kind of use this to trade 1 for 1 on one of those Pokemon, and then hopefully have the rest of my team to deal with the rest, if that makes any sense. Then I have AV Torn. If you look at my opponent's team, they actually only have 1 Stealth Rocker, and it's Kingambit, and I don't think Kingambit's going to be clicking rocks in this game. So because of that, I feel very comfortable not going boots on my Torn. This allows me to check the Chi-Yu very, very well. I can live any Scarf hit very easily. The only Specs hit I can die to, I think, is like Overheat. I can knock it off otherwise and just kind of pivot around, be annoying. Hurricane Focus Blast hits this team very hard, and we can be decently offensive because we are AV opposed to, heavy-duty boots. So that's really nice. Hurricane, Focus Blast, Knock Off, U-Turn. Pretty simple stuff. We're Assault Vest. We can just pivot into those special moves. We also take on things like Slowking decently. At least we can come in, kind of knock off Hurricane, then maybe U-Turn as it pivots out to get regen. We can kind of play the regen spam game. We also check things like Noivern, check things like Serena, which is obviously very, very nice. Then we have Manaphy. We're pretty simple this week. We are Tail Glow 3 attacks again. Surf, Energy Ball, Ice Beam, and Tail Glow. We are leftovers. I'm just here to click buttons. We're tying the Chi-Yu in case we need to win that speed tie. I'd like to win it. Other than that, we're just here to kind of, Tail Glow up and click buttons. It does really well against this team once things are, sufficiently chipped out. And then have Lycanroc Dusk here. We are Terra Fighting this week. Yeah, we are Terra Fighting this week. Really, really bulky, because if you look at his speed tiers outside of something like Chi-Yu, which I'm going to be Cell Rocking anyways, unless it's like a Terra Steel variant, I guess, he doesn't actually have anything that can outspeed me that doesn't get picked off by an SL Rock. That and Noivern, everything else is outsped, so I'm very, very bulky on this thing, and that plus Terrifying allows me to be a decent Kingambit answer, in the sense that when I Terra in close combat, not only will I blow him up, even if he's like Choppleberry, but I'll be able to live Sucker Punches pretty well, which is obviously very valuable in its own right. But other than that, we just kind of click buttons. We're here to hit things hard. Life Orb, Stone Edge plus Close Combat can pretty much do it KO the entirety of my opponent's team. Iron Head is nice for things like Weezingale and stuff like that. Then I have Vikavolt. Honestly, the win con in this game, we have Agility, Thunderbolt, Energy Ball, and Bug Buzz. We have Magnet. Again, not worried about rocks to speak. 48 HP, 4 defense, max special attack, and 204 speed with the Timid Nature. Outside of Scarfers, we outspeed everything with an Agility up, and we can kind of just win the game. I mean, if you look at the combination of our dual styles with Energy Ball against this team, it goes absolutely crazy, and there's not much that can really stop me from winning the game. There's a couple different Pokemon I can see myself setting up on. Now, I do need prior chip, but I think Pokemon like Garchomp, Torn, and even Manaphy Lycanroc can really help me do so. And then have my Skuntank here with Knockoff, Super Fang, Toxic Spikes, and Taunt. We're pretty Spadef in the set with 80 HP, 32 attack, 252 Spadef, and 144 speed with the Jolly Nature. This thing is here to take basically one hit from anything not named Ursaluna, or I guess a boosted Kingambit. We're here to get off T-Spikes, and we're here to knock and Super Fang things. Now, I do think that Weezing is forced into a Levitate roll in a matchup against Garchomp. Because of that, there's no grounded poison against my team, which means unless he's spinning with Serena, things are getting poisoned, or unless things are going to be boots. But I have so much knockoff spam on this team that I don't know, or I guess I have 2 months, but I have a lot of knockoff spam on this team that I don't know if it's super viable for him to have a bunch of boots. So if I get the poison off on things, that in conjunction with my regular spikes and Rocky Helmet and knockoffs and things like that, I should be able to sufficiently chip things down to Lycanroc, Manaphy, and especially Vikavolt range. And yeah, that's gonna be the team. Be right back with the battle. Alrighty, gang, here we are with the battle. We are connected with Leo. Let's see what he's got. Okay, so we have a Serena, which is going to be really important to knock off. Either a Choice Scarf or a Yachi Berry. We have a Weezing Galar, which is a little bit annoying, but not the end of the world. That's why we're not like an offensive chomp here. A Chi-Yu, which is always very scary. Wait, we forgot to mention Terra, Fight, Lycan. I don't know what his Terra is, so hopefully he responds to me, because I kind of forgot to mention it until just now, too. We have Kingambit, which he didn't make us Terra Captain, thank Jesus Christ Almighty. We have Slowking, and then we have Big Bear. Big issues in this team is if it potentially Terra Fairy Chi-Yu. Okay, gotcha, awesome, good things to know. Which is definitely for the Chomp. So all good things to know. I think I am going to lead with Torn. Torn gets a free knockoff into everything, which is how Torn plays, you know? And this is simply how my boy goes. So we're going to lead with the AV Torn. I live a Specs hit from Chi-Yu while I knock it off. I live a Scarf hit from Chi-Yu very easily. It's actually a very good Chi-Yu check. His only rocker that he can possibly be is going to be something like the Kingambit, which I can actually just Focus Blast. Pretty free. I think I am enough investment to Oko Kingambit if it's max HP. Yeah, definitely. I think I Oko like pretty Spadef Kingambits even. I get to roll for max HP, max Spadef. That's not calm. I'm more careful. I don't know, code max Spadef, I guess. It's the only way we don't. So. Yeah, we're see Tequila lead, which is the Chi-Yu. That's incredible for me. I'm gonna knock off, bro. Immediately, there is no switch into Knockoff plus Hurricane plus Focus Blast on this team. So, that's obviously great. Slowking wants to come in, it's great knocking that thing off. Like, it's phenomenal knocking thing off. If it's a Levitate G Weezing, he does not have a Grounded Poison, which is also very, very good for me. Very, very good for me. So, we'll see. This is a great lead for me. I'm really glad I led this and not my Chomp. That would have gotten, like, you know, blown up by a potential Terra Fairy. And once I knock this thing off and it loses its potential Scarf, that's also really good. My Manaphy can Speed Time with a Speed Tie. My Lycanroc doesn't have to Cell Rocket, which is really nice considering that this thing is Terra Fairy. I can click a pretty nice neutral Iron Head against this team, which is, again, very good. So yeah, we're in a pretty good spot. He's going to Scarf Overheat. So we know he's Scarf. He doesn't crit me, which is great. Kind of wish I Focus Blasted there. But it's not the end of the world. Get rid of that Scarf. He is -2. I'm just going to U-turn. So he knows I'm AV now, but we get the U-turn out. It's a faster. I want to see if he Terras here to avoid the Focus Blast. I figured he would just immediately because Tor doesn't really get great super effective coverage for this, but oh well. Oh well. We'll see. And also, we know it's not boots, which is really, really clutch to know. It's overheat, it was Scarf, which I think Scarf was definitely the best set against me. So we'll see. We will see. We are going to U-turn. I think my best play, and that U-turned a chunk there, by the way. I think my best play is actually going to be... Is it getting out in a Chomp and getting up a T-Spike, or is it getting out in a Manaphy and seeing what his response is and doubling into Skuntank? I think that's my best bet. This is -2. I'm pretty comfortable going into Manaphy. Yeah. So he is going to go for an overheat again. We get a lot of that back via lefties. And now I'm going to make the double into Skuntank. I want to see if his initial response is going to be something like Slowking. Or if it's going to be something like the the Serena. Either way, Skuntank covers both, so we're going to make that double. If he wants to stay in an overheat, this is a -4 Chi-Yu. So, not super worried in that regard. We switch out first, which could either mean speed tie or we're just faster for some reason, but maybe he went honest, I don't know. Doesn't seem like it makes a lot of sense, but he's going to withdraw. Okay. Sherry. It is Serena. I will take. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and get up a T-Spike. I see no reason not to. Should never stay in. This doesn't beat me 1v1. So we're just going to get up that T-Spike and go from there. Put ourselves in a pretty good spot. Put ourselves in a pretty good spot. From there, we can knock off into Super Fang on the Weezing if that wants to come in. I feel pretty comfortable doing that. Yin comes in, which is going to be the Gambit. That's fine. I get up my T-Spikes. I'm going to go out into my Chomp because my Chomp should always take this thing on, especially when it's so healthy. So we're going to get out of the Chomp now. I really hope I don't see Rocks here. Rocks Gambit would suck, but not the end of the world. I don't expect Rocks to come. I think like SD is really good versus me. We'll see though. Garchomp into Kingambit. He doesn't do it KO me if he's adamant. He's gonna take Rocks plus Helmet. Or Rocky Helmet. Yeah, so this is great for me. That is offensive, it's adamant, but he's nice and chipped, which is great. I'm just gonna go ahead and get up a Spike. Yeah, we're just gonna get up a Spike. And from here, we're in a good spot. Out comes Bourbon, the G-Weezing. It is not neutralizing gas, which is very valuable information. We're getting up lots of hazards right now, which is great, obviously. Like, this puts me in a really good position. From here... Do I want to make the middle ground pivot of Skuntank? I know a Wisp is coming out here, right? Like, I do know a Wisp is coming out here. I could make a really aggressive pivot and get into my Vikavolt and really try and break through this team, but I think it's super wins soon. I don't think it's worth making that risk. I think if it gets up in agility, it super wins. I'm okay with my Skuntank being burned. I really am okay with it. Willow. That's fine. I think what I am going to do is I'm going to taunt this next turn into knockoff. I want to make sure that this thing cannot defog. I want to make sure it can't defog, so I'm just going to go ahead and taunt. It still has defog, right? Yeah, it does. He should know that I don't threaten him, so I want to make sure that he doesn't get up. This defog. Strange team. Okay. So, I'm okay with trading damage on this. I'm gonna knock into Super Fang. Dude, starting getting knock makes it so much better, man. It really does. We're gonna knock here. Get off a clean knock skis. Knock into Super Fang makes this thing fodder. So it is going to get knocked off. Going to lose Black Sludge, which is great. No recovery. Don't like the confusion. That's very upsetting. But we'll see what we can do. What I think is the play is just going to be Super Fanging. Yeah. I do want to see how much Vikavolt is going to do to Ursaluna. It doesn't kill, and Facade blows me up. So that's something to keep in mind. I want Super Fang here. Please give me the Super Fang. Don't cheese me this game. Perfect. That's all I need. It's just the one Super Fang. This thing should never be able to stay healthy. I'm just going to sack off my Skuntank to this. He's going to shake off the taunt. I do want to ensure... Do I have anything that immediately Okos this? Is it just going to be my Vikavolt? Into Weezing. Weezing defensive. It is going to get blown up by it. So I think I'm okay with just taunting to ensure that these hazards stay up on the field. We're going to taunt as he switches out here, which is also good for me. Sherry. Okay, so poison's going to happen. Spikes are going to pop. I really wish I hit myself here so that I die and I can gain momentum. Nope. Unfortunate. It's okay. This thing's getting chipped, though. Right? Like, it's getting very, very chipped. This thing, it took Spike. It's taking the hazard. So, like, I can still get up the potential hazard later. Like, there's still a very real possibility. Do I want to pivot out on the spin to punish it? I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if it's worth it. I'll be honest, I kind of want to keep health on everything. I think all I'm going to do is knock off to really punish him. He's going to get the spin off. Oh! I outspeed, I forgot. Oh, die. Let's go, no spin. Let's go! Dude, Skuntank doing his job. Like, that actually helps me. No spin? Oh my god, that's beautiful! Wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff. Now, I do want to see Terra fighting Lycanroc into Serena. I think it's going to be more Spadef. Close combat should be more than enough to pick this thing off. Or is it my play to go Torn and Hurricane because it's just a smarter play? In case this doesn't kill. No, I think I'm okay with it. I think I'm okay with it. I think I'm okay with it. This should be range. We're Life Orb. It's just a shit ton. We should blow this up. We should blow this up. Unless it's max his death. We should blow it up. Worst case, we don't die to any hit. The bad part is my T-Spike being away, because I really do want to poison a non-boot Slowking or find out if it's boots. It's really valuable information for me. So, I think this is Yachi Berry. I think this is Yachi Berry, but we'll see. We will see how this ends up going down. I don't know, though. If Ursaluna comes in afterwards, we just close combat it. Chi-Yu, I think, is actually in range of a Cell Rock. Kingambit is also in range of close combat. I mean, this thing, I think the only thing that can come in is Slowking after this, as long as we kill here. So maybe I was a little overzealous. But I would love to pick up this KO here. I would love to pick up this KO here. So we're going to CC. Should knock it out. Bam. Okay, so down goes Serena. No spin. Shoutouts to Skuntank knocking himself out. Oh my god, that was wonderful, dude. Beautiful stuff. Kurt was right, man. His best thing is when he knocks himself out. Okay. Now, I know I knock out the Wheezing from where it's at after knocking Super Fang. We should knock it out with an Iron Head. I do want to see like Knock Dusk with the Fighting type. Get poisoned and take spikes. Beautiful. Beautiful. So what I think I want to do is I am going to make that Torn Pivot. This is the only thing that can come in that lives a hit right now, too, which is crazy. I think that a Trick Room probably comes off here, but I should get a slow U-turn on whatever wants to come in. And I should be able to deal with it accordingly. Yeah, so a Trick Room does come out. But things are getting whittled. If he wants to Chilly Reception, that's fine with me, to be completely honest, right? Is it in my best interest to Focus Blast immediately? Because he'll Chilly Reception out first into something like Gambit or Ursaluna, and then I can play accordingly? I think that's what I'm going to do. If he stays in, he stays in. I'm AV Torn, right? So I think I am going to... Oh, he just Ice Beams. That's fine. That's not going to do it, KO me. Yeah, just don't freeze me. Okay. So now, with this information, I should be able to, like, stall out Trick Room a little bit better. With one less turn, Trick Room is so much less potent. I don't die to the next Ice Beam. Shouts to AV Torn. This is why you draft good rockers. His only rocker is Gambit. So now he's going to switch. Okay, is this going to be into Wheezing? Because that's also very good information for me. Or that's also very good for me. Because I'm going to be able to U-turn out. And put myself in a pretty okay spot. I don't think that he can afford to go into something like Lunar Gambit. I just Focus Blast. That's crazy. Is he bulletproof? No. So you're going to take Spike. I'm going to get the U-turn off. I mean, this is great chip, right? This is great chip, and this is how I beat Ursaluna with this team. I'm not going to beat it defensively. It's just not going to happen. What I think I do is I think I go into my dog here. Shout out to John. And I think I just click Endure, right? How many turns Trick Room left? 2? And if I get a double Endure off, I'm absolutely the GOAT. But yeah, 2 turns of Trick Room left, so I at least stall this out, and this thing's going to take so much chip, if it's Headlong or Facade here. And if I'll go for double Endure, because there's no reason not to, right? So let's see how much damage this thing takes. Oh, yes, baby. Beautiful. So that's going to be Ruskin and Rocky Helmet. And Poison. Which is exactly how we needed to beat this, you know? I simply don't have answers for it otherwise. It's going to go down to the next attack. So no more Ursaluna is so good for me. I'm just going to go for another Endure. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. You know? Not super concerned in that regard. But yeah, I'm just gonna Endure again. If I get it, I get it. And awesome. If not, oh well. He has no way of getting this thing healthy again, even if he decides to save it after this and he clicks Earthquake on a prediction of me clicking, or not wanting to, or not even on a prediction, on him just not wanting to die. It can never come in and do anything again. So, that's great. So he's gonna withdraw. Bourbon. So I don't have anything to hit this thing. I think I am just going to elect to try and get up spikes. I want to keep one up. I'm just going to give a spike. I don't think he's Defog, based on what he's shown me. He's shown me Will-O-Wisp. He's shown me Strange Steam. I don't think he's Defog. I've also poisoned the things I need to poison, so I'm not worried about T-Spike anymore. Yeah. So I get up a second spike. This thing goes down. Beautiful. Absolutely wonderful. So we do go down to the Will-O-Wisp here. A bit unfortunate. But I think this is where we get in with Vikavolt. It'll be sweet. Right? This is the Vikavolt positioning. No Trick Room is up. I think everything dies to it. I mean, do I need to agility? Yeah, I do for the Chiyu. I'm just gonna agility. I wish this thing had roost. I'd be roosting all over this thing's face, but it's okay. Oh, I stay so healthy? Oh, that's great. It's beautiful. So he's Pain Split. I don't know if I kill here. I'm not 100% sure. I am Magnet, modest Vikavolt, though. I'm very strong. I've knocked off the Scarf of the Pokemon I need to knock off as well. So we do knock it out. Kingambit. I actually live most Kingambit, like, Supreme Overlord hits from here, too, by the way. This thing I do outspeed at +2. $232. How much is it? Yeah, I mean, I live most of the hits from that. It's kind of depending, but we're just gonna Thunderbolt. I knocked off its Scarf. Imagine if I Bug Buzzed on accident. So we're just gonna click the button. Hopefully put ourselves in a good spot. I'm trying to outplay no types of Sucker Punches, by the way. I'm not going to choke away the game like that. It also should be in range after the spikes damage, too. After 2 spikes, I'm pretty sure Gambit's in range after taking Roskin, Rocky Helmet, and another spike. So I think the Vikavoult's in a good spot to win. I'm so tired. So I really hope I'm not fumbling, because... but I think we live. I think his play is to bring everything down into Gambit range, potentially. Something I do want to see is Lycanroc Dusk, if I'm Terra fighting. His Sucker Punch also shouldn't kill me. Oh, he wouldn't do it now. Okay, I kill most Kingambits from here. Gain Strength from the Fallen, I don't think it's gonna be enough. But even if it isn't, I think we beat Slowking in the back, you know? We have more than enough pieces to beat Slowking, and the Luna dies to Spikes. So I think the fact that he didn't go into this last was not a good idea. We do go down. Was that a crit? No, we just go down. Okay, but... Lycanroc should be fine to go into here. We're very bulky Lycanroc, which seems really dumb, but we're very bulky Lycanroc. He's gonna withdraw. Is this gonna be enough to 2-hit KO Slowking? No, he's just gonna sack this off, which is smart. Oh, am I gonna lose to... Oh, no. I need to make sure I don't lose to the Gambit under Trick Room. That's the scary thing. Okay, hold on. Slowking specially defensive. From where it's at. Will it die to a Stone Edge? Does not look like it's the case. I'm a wee bit nervous, so I won't lie to you. Don't have any more helmets or Aftermath. Oh, I might get Gambited. Oh, baby, I might get Gambited. So something that could happen is I can crit him and knock him out. I do also want to see Manaphy calc into Gambit. Kingambit. With 5 allies fainted, Kowtow won't kill me, and Surf kills from there. So what I think I need to do is I think I need to Stone Edge. If this crits, it kills. It does not crit. So Trick Room is going to go up. And what I need to do is I need to ensure no Swords Dance. And I need to close combat. Because Manaphy should knock out max HP from where he's at. It should. Let's see. You do 34 to 41 to max HP. I don't. I think I have to Accel Rock. Five allies fainted to Manaphy does 81%. Oh, dude, this is so scary. Let's see, if he Swords Dances, though, do I 2-hit KO with Accel Rock? No. I don't. I think he's going to attack me, though. I think I have to Accel Rock. I need to put this thing in range of Surf. Yes, okay, thank God. I just need to not get crit. I just need to not get crit. 5 allies fainted into Manaphy. Does 277 max from max adamant. I need to not get crit on my Manaphy here. Do not get crit, Manaphy. Do your job. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? He killed me? How did he kill?
He was black glasses.
I mean, we lose. We lose. We lose. How'd he kill? How'd he kill? Is he black glasses?
He was black glasses.
Did he kill with black glasses?
He was black glasses.
We lose. It doesn't matter. Wow. I'm pretty frustrated. I think I played that game great, and I threw to the Gambit in the end. He must have been black glasses and got like a max roll.
He was black glasses.
I was at 284. The only way he kills me is if he's boosting item.
He was black glasses.
Yeah, if he's black glasses, then that got me. Wow, I'm frustrated. Wow, I'm frustrated. Man, oh man, I'm very frustrated, but that's Pokemon. I gotta beat Treyon on Monday or we're out. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Later.